Pretty sure some of you want to give me your opinion on my earrings. Feel free. Feel free, comment down below and let me know what you think. Okay. Looks bad, looks good. Some say I look like that street fighter. Some say, attention seeker, ugly, and just a change, man. Yeah. There's very limited stuff I can do. Anyway. So yeah, put down your your opinion, and I definitely read them. Okay, coming to the topic. Question is, should you give someone a second chance? Second chance in life. Let's say relationship. You broke up with a person, or business. You're no longer in business, or just a relative or friend or whatever. So people have asked me, and sometimes people even book my session to ask me, should I give this person a second chance? And my generic answer to almost everyone is, it depends. It depends on so many factors. It depends on what the person did, how long your relationship has been together, what were the circumstances that you broke up, why is it that you broke up, why is it that you want to get back, why is this person now coming back to you. So there are so many variables here. I'll give you a few examples just to make sense, and you can tell me if you agree or disagree. And yeah, feel free to comment down below if you feel that there's a different situation. Now, the first depends is, I would say, how serious the issue is because of which you broke up. Let's say the person cheated on you. Okay? Now, cheated to what degree? Let's say in my wife's case, she is, as you know, she's my fourth wife, and I've had more than 300, less than 400 girlfriends. So I've seen up and down, and I have also openly admitted to you guys, and I've told you, in my life I've cheated. I've been a playboy. I cheated on all my partners, but I never told them that I was honest, sincere, genuine, or I never told them that I'm only going to be for you and nobody else. But they did suspect, and if they did tell me, are you dating someone else, I would say no. But I was busy cheating or two-timing all of them. By the way, just to be clear, so that you don't get the wrong idea, because there are many youngsters who watch this video, I never told a girl, I'm going to marry you, I'm only with you, or that's it. And I never gave her those statements. I will always give vague statements. Let's see, if you find someone better, you can go. If I find someone better, I'll go. So as to put it very diplomatically, and as to tell her that if she would ask me, are we going steady? Are you only dating me? I would give them like vague answers, like, I still have to get to know you, to give you a commitment that I'm for you only. So there I was very particular how I worded it. So remember, especially if you're in India, don't give hardcore promise. You can be taken to court and have legal action filed against you. And please, just for your own safety, if you're a guy, everything should be taken down in writing. I know it sounds ridiculous, but remember, a girl, if she goes to the law and states, he promised me this and that is why he had sex, they can simply have a court case. And I've even got one female lawyer who told me, she actually told me that the number of cases against men, and some of them even are fake, it's pretty high. Anyway, getting back to the topic. So it all depends. So I was telling you that, I cheated on all my partners because I was not in the stage for settling down. So the day I decided to be serious, I was genuinely looking for a partner, and I decided I'm going to change all my ways. And I had my reasons, and my reason was very simple. I'm reaching 40. It's no longer time to play around. And to show my commitment, I will have a child with that woman who I choose to marry. And, because having a child is a very serious commitment. And, I was very transparent about it. So, lo and behold, I found this girl after all the ups and downs. And I told her, I was a playboy before. I had my fun before. I cheated on all my partners. I showed her everything, social media, everything else. I said, I want to make this relationship work. So I'll be 100% transparent with you. I expect the same out of you. And that's what she agreed upon. But what was the mistake that she made? The mistake that she made was after, I think, 6 years of marriage, she gave an amount of money to somebody else, which was a very big no-no. You never do that. A very small amount, but it was in violation of the agreement that we had, the verbal agreement. And so, I was even contemplating whether to end the relationship. Because if you can't trust a person with a small amount, how can you trust with a big amount? Many people said, Loy, you're overreacting. It was just a small amount. Yeah, with a small thing, it can go to a big thing. That's how it goes, right? You first steal something small, then you steal something bigger, then you steal something bigger. You cheat something small, then you get away with it, you try something bigger, then bigger, then bigger. So everything starts small. So I had to question myself, was it worth it? And I gave myself time because it was a serious thing, matter of trust. And I took some time, and when I evaluated it, it was like, she has been with me for 6 years. This is the first time she made the mistake with regards to money. It's worth giving her a second chance. However, there were controls put in place. So in this case, it was a question of trust and betrayal, but the issue was small. But now and that is why I was ready to give her a second chance. But now let's look at something serious. Let's say that I was with her and then she had sex with somebody else. Now that is not a small issue. So over there, you want to give the person a second chance. Now that's a very big question. That's a very serious issue. Over there, you have to be very careful. Because remember, if a guy cheats on you, okay, it is because the guy is still not mature. So if he cheats on you once, he can do it again. That's guaranteed. But a female, if she cheats on you, now a female's biology is different. Why did she cheat on you? What are the reasons? Was she feeling lonely? Was she feeling needy? Were her wants, her needs not fulfilled? How is her personality? Is she the type that if she doesn't get what she wants, she'll go get someone else? So you need to evaluate all this. Because remember, if a person can do it once, person can and will do it again. See, like in my case, I told you, I cheated on my previous partners. So there was always the case, why can't I cheat her? In fact, I'll tell you, and I've told my wife also, I can easily cheat on her. Easy. It doesn't take rocket science to know that I'm in a country where, you can go to any bar, any pub, any massage parlor, and they offer you extra, services. So I can do that. I can even give a justifiable reason. This is just sex. It is just pleasure. She's just giving me a hand job. It's just massage. But let's be honest, that itself is cheating. So the first thing you need to understand is how serious is the situation and what is the reason for which you broke up. See, if it is something small like, okay, the person took few hundreds without your permission, stole or whatever, that's a small thing. But it can happen again. But it's a small thing. So there you can maybe forgive. But you have to put controls in place so that doesn't happen again. But it's something serious like sleeping with somebody else, having sex. That's a major decision for someone to take. Then you need to ask yourself, is it worth it? Now, here's one more thing. What if the person has a baby, a child with someone else? Now that goes even higher. So now the question is, are you willing to forgive? To what extent? What is the guarantee that this person may not do it again? That also is there, right? And remember, it hurts. When you get cheated, it hurts. So, are you willing to forgive that? Are you willing to forget? Because sometimes maybe you want to give the person a second chance, but that hurt will always keep eating you up inside, and it can surface, or like if you're drinking and you're feeling tired, and one day when you get into a fight, you'll bring up, yeah, like how you are fucking that other guy and this and that. And then, whole house comes down. So remember, the aspect is, can you forgive and move on? Okay? Because like I've always said, trust is like glass. You break it once, you can't fix it. It'll always keep eating you up inside. Then there are other relationships like business. Okay, if the guy cheated you, well, he can cheat you again. Or did the guy and you have a difference in opinion, have a clash, have a fight? Was it a personality issue? It can happen again, right? So how much are you willing to risk again? Because remember, when a relationship breaks up, there is a lot of pain involved. There's a price to pay, man. I've had friends, let's say friends or people who I've been in touch with, and we had a crack in the relationship. Then the question was, did I get back to them or did they get back to me? And why? The big question is, why would the person give a second chance? I'll give you an actual instance where I've said no and I've said yes. In this particular case, the guy who I personally know, very good person, good human being. I don't have a single bad thing to say about this individual. However, what I don't like about this person is the person always has a elder brother kind of an approach towards me. Yes, when I was in my younger days, I didn't mind it. But today I have a wife, I have a kid, same like him. And I don't like to be lectured as, okay, see, Loy, be a good boy and this and that. And so as to find the long drawn out advisory sessions, lectures, really unnecessary. It used to irritate me. I used to even tell, see, listen, man, let's just stop. I don't need the advice for this. And this continued until one day, I was trying to always keep my cool, and the person once again went on a complete tangent advising, Loy, you should be serious, Loy, you should grow up, Loy, you should this, Loy, you should that. I wanted to just tell him, man, just shut the fuck up here. Come on, stop it. Because it was over an hour. I know this might sound silly, but trust me, these small things really impact you here. Because, you're talking to the person because you want to relax and you don't want a headache. It's like you have enough headache in the real world. When you're with this individual or with someone who you're comfortable with, you don't want more headache, stress and tension. So I was being non-responsive. Finally, the guy, I think, lost his cool and he lashed out at me. Loy, that is why you'll never fucking grow, you'll never fucking improve, you'll never this, never that, blah, blah, blah. And because he was elder to me and because I respected him, I didn't say a word. And said, okay, take care, bye. And he slammed the phone down. I kept quiet, I didn't say a word. And lo and behold, for the guy who we had a relationship for so many years, so many, spanning, I think 10, 15 years, all of a sudden, stop talking. Okay. We didn't talk to each other for, I think, 4, 5 years, whatever. And then, one fine day, he got back, sent a message. Hey, how are you doing, man? How are things? Now just imagine there's such a massive gap. Okay? 4, 5 years. I'm sure things have changed for him, things have changed for me. And obviously, I evolved quite a lot. I'm sure he also evolved quite a lot. That's what I like to believe. But he had sent me a message, hey Loy, how are you doing? Let's catch up, or, you know. However, I chose not to respond to it. I chose not to respond. And he, being a guy with healthy self-esteem and self-respect, he kind of got the message. And he had not only sent me a message, he had sent my wifey, and like, you know, like she would use Google Translate and find the meaning, and his girly or girlfriend or wifey or whatever, I don't know if they got married, she also said, hey Loy, how are things? And she also tried to. I didn't respond to any. And obviously my wife, she'll always ask me. I said, no need. So we didn't respond. And I knew for a fact that if he didn't respond, the relationship would die. Because he is extending his hand. And he's a good man, huh? By the way, he's a good man. I chose not to. My wife said, you know, just let it be. He's a nice person. He has always been there for you. I just told her, I don't see the reason. And I don't want to get back and again have a stupid shit, you know. And I let it die out, and that was the end of it. Now, you can say that, hey man, you know, relationship that was so many years, but like I said, I didn't feel I needed it now. You could say, oh, you're evaluating based on needs. Yes. Others, why do you have relationships? If there is no need and there's no want, then what is the point of having that relationship? It doesn't fulfill what? It's just a showpiece. See, I evaluate it that way. There should be a need that gets fulfilled, a want, and you should also be able to add value. Others, what is the point? Then you can take any roadside person and have them also as your friend, relative, relationship, right? There's nothing they are fulfilling of yours, and you're not fulfilling anything. Even helping the poor satisfies you psychologically or spiritually or whatever, right? You don't know them, but you're helping them. So this was one where I said no. But one where I said yes. Okay, or rather the person said yes. When I was, when I was going through one very tough time in my life, I've gone through many. This one was during my surgery, and financially I was not in a good place, and I needed surgery for my health and all that, and things are booked, and last minute, there was shortage of money, and this surgery was very much required. And I had no one to go to and no one to ask for, because I'm staying on an island. And I didn't know what to do. So lo and behold, after I ran out of all the options, all, I finally reached out to someone that I knew a person who was very close to me, very close. We're talking from childhood days. But whom we had a fight, massive fight. It was a matter of ego, yeah. As you grow up, your ego grows. Both of us, our egos were had become bigger, and we considered each other as family. So that person never got in touch with me. I never got in touch with that person. But finally, after, I think, even though we could easily get in touch, we were staying in the same place those days. I think for 16 years, we didn't keep in touch at all. It was just a phone call away, but we refused, even though we knew each other from childhood. But I finally sent a message and I said, see, I know this is odd, me sending a message, but if I didn't need help, I wouldn't have reached out to you. I'm in need of X amount for my surgery. You can say no, I'll fully understand. I just need it for my surgery, just if you can help me. And if you say no, I perfectly understand. I will not be in a position to pay you because after my surgery, I'll not be able to work. And I'm not in a position to pay you back. So please understand that if you give me, maybe I'll not be able to pay you back. I still feel emotional when I say it because I know how tough my situation was that time. And the person could have said no. To my shock and surprise, immediately, almost, I don't even think 15-20 minutes, the person replied, Loy, please give me your bank account number. I'm sending the money right away. I had tears in my eyes, man. Seriously, I had tears in my eyes. I wanted to break down and cry because I have experienced so much of betrayal, so much of hurt, so much of letdown. I didn't think this person would have. I never expected, because 16 years not been in touch, but we knew each other from childhood, but 16 years not been in touch. And that person didn't need to say yes. To be honest, I don't think I would have been as generous as this individual. I'm being honest with you. And I even told this person, I don't think I would have done what you would have done. And the person responded, Loy, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you would have done, whether you would have done it. I chose to do it. Doesn't make me better than you, but this is my decision, my choice. And the person transferred the money. And I'll tell you, since that day, I've been a very loyal friend to this individual. Very loyal, very committed. And here's a funny thing, even though the person helped me financially, the person still took my services and still insisted on paying me, because the person said, you have a family, you have a child, and business is separate. Okay, let's not mix both. I want you to give me the respect I deserve, and I have to give you the respect you deserve. If tomorrow if I'm on the streets and I can't afford, then I will ask you to help me for free. I'm not on the streets. Just imagine what self-respect, how much I respect this person, how much. So yeah, it was a very touching, very powerful. You won't believe how much respect I have for this individual, how much. Oof. It's, sometimes you meet people like this. So I'm not saying the person whose example I gave before I don't respect. The person is good. The person is a very good human being. Very good. But I know for a fact it's not going to be the same, yeah. As you grow older, no, you tend to have certain quirks and traits, and it's just not the same, yeah. And I don't want to take a risk of trying to get back and then trying to have an argument or fight. It is absolutely not worth it, because what it will do is simply ruin things where things could have been better. You just make it worse, yeah. It's not required. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to go through that feeling of pain. Yeah, there is that other aspect that maybe it'll be even better. But there's a risk, right? So, when it comes to you, you have to decide, is it worth giving a person the second chance? Like, always remember, the person, as long as the person's a human being, the person can fail. Okay? So now, let's say the person cheated on you, slept with someone else, had sex with someone else, or cheated your money. They can do it again. Very easily. Very, very easily. You know, once you taste the forbidden fruit, the taste is there in your mouth. It will bring back memories. Why do you think a guy who smokes and drinks or does drugs, there's a chance for them to fail? Those memories are there, that weakness is there. Why does a person cheat? Because that DNA it is there in their DNA. If a person, cheats you with regards to sex or something, something was not fulfilled, they had to do it. Now, the bigger question is, Loy, but can't people change? Yes, you're right. I mean, you're looking at a living example. I'm not trying to blow my trumpet, I'm just giving you facts. Once upon a time, for me, I used to literally preach to people. Guys are meant to fuck around. Guys are meant to have sex. I used to justify it. I not only justified, I believed in it. You, as a man, you're supposed to have multiple women. You can't be loyal to one female. I used to actually preach even in my coaching, even at the age of, till I think 36, 37. How did I change so drastically? Yeah, you can say, oh, age, lowering testosterone, the surgery. Yeah, you can say all that. But remember, if I still want to do it, I can do it. You think I don't get an erection? You think I don't get turned on? You think I don't, have fantasies? Yes. You think I don't want to experience something different? Of course, man. But then why am I choosing? No, it's not worth it. The age, the phase, the responsibilities, the priorities. It's not worth it. And my logic today is, for 5 minutes of pleasure, I'll just get a little bit of pleasure physically. Okay, in your mind you'll get it. I'll climax. Finished. But then that guilt remains, right? It's, even if nobody would know, I'll be like, I've not been a person of integrity. I've not been true. I can hide it, but it'll be there inside, no? And then just imagine, okay, they will never come to know if I go for a sex massage or if I go have an extramarital affair. My wifey or my kid will never know. That's a given. I don't think there's anybody who's bothered. You pay them money, they're happy you being a customer, finished. But let's assume they did come to know. Okay, maybe my wife will never leave me. Okay? Because financially, I'm the one who's earning. But it'll hurt them for the rest of their lives. And these are two women in the house. So for 5 minutes of pleasure, is it worth a lifetime of pain, tears, suffering? You think my daughter will not feel hurt? Come on, man. And no matter what you tend to do, you can laugh, you can have fun, you can go to a party, you can have good times. It'll always linger. So, for me, it's not worth it. So that is why I have changed. So now the question is, have you changed, number one, and has that person changed? And then, if you both have changed, and you both are changed for the better, then maybe giving a second chance is worth it. But then, if one has changed and one has not, or one has changed a lot and one has changed a little, the dynamics can also be challenging. Hey, doggy. How are you? Oh, now you're two though. Oh, wow. Now you even jump up. Yeah, I know. It's massive here. It's only going to grow heavier. So like I told you, the example I gave, of my wife, she taking the money and giving it to someone. She didn't do it out of a bad intention. She did it out of genuine this thing to help. And she realized her mistake. Because later on she saw the true nature of this teacher and, So Should you give someone a second chance? It all depends. And that's the best answer I can give. It depends on you, depends on that person, depends on the situation. Because I've even known situations where the husband and wife, the husband has physically, oh, shaking so much, it's so scary. By the way, I don't know if I told you this. A branch actually fell down right when I was driving with my baby. Fell down like this, it hit me on the head. Thank goodness it was not a coconut. Very dangerous. Anyway, so what I was saying was, so this husband physically beat up this woman for nearly 20 years of the marriage. Beat her up to the point where he hospitalized her, broke her forearm, ruptured her lungs, and she almost was like, he beat her to the point where she was going to be a vegetable. But, he was a bodybuilder. But later on, she stuck by him. There are females who do that. And later on, as time progressed, he became old, he became sick, he had heart problems, blood pressure. And now she was working, he was not working, she was taking care of him. And now he's become very timid. He listens to her. In this situation, you could say, because he has no choice, he's being very humble. Maybe if he had power, he would be an asshole. That also happens, no? With age and time, people change. So I think I can just summarize it down to this one statement. It all depends. Depends on you, depends on the other person, depends on the situation, it depends on the circumstance. So you and that person both have to be clear about it. Because end of the day, remember, if you break up the first time, maybe those very same reasons can happen again. Unless, of course, you both have made up your mind to change and become better. So yeah, this is what I wanted to share with you. You let me know your thoughts. Do you think a person should be given a second chance, yes or no? If yes, why? If not, why not? Alright? You guys take care. This is me signing off. Ciao. Mr. Doggy. How are you doing, man? Your willy is out. Why the hell your willy is out? Naughty boy. Okay, you guys take care. Ciao.